Presenting the CW Crew.
Hey everybody, Jon Foss, CW Twin Cities. Very excited to be talking with Trisha Yearwood. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Pleasure.
So what brings you out to the Twin Cities?
My husband, dragging me from city to city. No, when I was on tour with Garth in the 2014-15, Minneapolis was the second city I think that we played, and it was 11 nights at the arena.
That was unbelievable.
Crazy. But this tour, I'm doing a tailgate. I'm not on the show because I've got a couple albums coming out myself this year, so I want to be a little bit more flexible. But this is the first stadium show that Garth's done where there have been 2 nights. That's a big building right there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I mean, Minneapolis has been great to us.
So tell us all about Trisha's tailgate.
Well, we have this idea that when you go to a show, people come early. They tailgate. I mean, it's, we're seeing people now that have hours to wait before a show. And so we thought, people are tailgating, let's give them a really beautiful place to do that out of whatever the weather condition is. If it's cold, if it's hot, if it's raining, if it's snowing, every condition there is, give them a place to go. There's food, there's drinks, there's games. And then I'll come out, it's from 3 to 6, but I come out for about an hour and do a food demo where I can take questions and really kind of interact with everybody. And it's a good time, it's a good hang.
You're an amazing singer, but you're also now known for your cooking, and I understand some of that goes on here.
Yeah. So all the food that people eat during this tailgate, there's 6 or 7 really hearty appetizers that will fill you up before the show, which is good, and they're all from my recipes. And then I come out and we have a stage set up where I can kind of get in front of everybody, because I'd love to take a picture with 1,500 people at once, but I can't. So this is a way to kind of connect with everybody and just take questions from the audience while we're cooking.
And I like some of the drinks. Did you come up with these? Summer in a cup, autumn in a cup, Christmas in a cup?
Yeah.
Or these are your own invention?
Yes, it started with Summer in a Cup,
Okay.
which was a drink that a friend of mine invented on a hot summer day in Oklahoma. And we basically put everything together that we had in the kitchen, which at that time was like pineapple juice and some vodka. There's always vodka in my refrigerator, my freezer.
Okay.
And we took a sip and she said, that's Summer in a Cup. And so it kind of stuck. And that was long before there was the Williams-Sonoma relationship. So when we decided to do a drink together, I said, well, there is this drink and I love the name of it. And I'll tell you what we made it with. And so the Williams-Sonoma team took our recipe and recreated it and made it better. And we're selling it as a drink mix. So it's really good actually also without alcohol, but it's also good with vodka. And then it just it was successful, so it kind of morphed into, okay, what can we do next? So the future recipes have been more of a collaboration of developing flavors that I enjoy and that I like. So I did a lot of testing and making sure that it tastes right. And we're 4 or 5 different drink mixes in now, so it's fun.
And you're also involved with Habitat for Humanity. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So we wanted to tie in some sort of a charity element of something that means something to me. And Garth and I got involved in Habitat over 10 years ago. We've done a lot of bills. We love to swing a hammer for them. They're a great organization. So we tie that in as well.
Awesome. And we're an entertainment channel, so some of our fans may know you from some of your own shows. Tell us about Trisha's Southern Kitchen.
It's a show that kind of came out of, I wrote a cookbook with my mom and my sister for fun. I never dreamed it would become a bestseller and that we'd have a show, but it's been fun. We're 14 seasons in, and we have a good following, and we have a good time. I also want to mention that I am still doing music.
Yeah,
I had
sure.
2 albums, one album that came out this February that's a Sinatra covers record.
Let's Be Frank, right?
Let's Be Frank, and then I have a country album that's coming out in the fall. So,
is there a release date on the album, the country album?
We're looking at it, but fall. I know it'll be in the fall. We're trying to figure that out.
And the Frank Sinatra album was using his microphone.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
So yeah, Capitol Records in LA, where he made a lot of those records, is really a working museum, and to get to walk in there, and then they say, "Oh, here's Frank's microphone," and you're like, really?
Yeah.
And then the bar stool that he sat on when he was that was sitting there, and so they use all the stuff, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. Do they have plans to put that in a museum, or aren't they worried about somebody dropping on the floor or breaking it? Or?
I mean, I would think they would be, but they just use that stuff. I mean, when you walk down the hall, there are all these black and white pictures on the walls, and there's Dean Martin, there's Frank Sinatra, there's Judy Garland, there's Bob Dylan, so you're just kind
Trisha Yearwood.
Yeah, you're just like, this is crazy, So,
Yeah.
but I love that it actually there's probably the only other famous studio I can think of like that would be something like Abbey Road, where you would go in and work in a studio where this magic happened, so that it's really a magical place.
So are you playing on this tour?
I have walked out a couple of times, so I'm not on the bill and I'm not scheduled to play.
Is this a surprise that I'm ruining for everybody?
Sometimes it's a surprise to me. Like honestly,
Yeah, really?
I'm not.
They're just like, hey, come on.
I don't think I'll be on this show tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not planning to be. That's the
It
truth.
seems like that's something you want to know. There's like 150,000 seats.
Yeah,
in there,
but you know
so.
what? We're sort of fly by the seat of our pants people, and as a musician, you're sort of like open to anything. So if I were called upon to sing, I know I can. So I'm like, I'm not too worried about it. But there's no plan. So I wouldn't want to give anybody any false hope. Again, with the new music I have coming, I'm going to do my own little fall tour. I love theaters, smaller venues. So you might be seeing me back here in a different setting in the fall.
So you obviously have an amazing career on your own, but you're married to Garth Brooks. What's that like? I mean, to just live in a family with two huge celebrities.
The thing that's nice about it for us is to be married to someone who understands exactly what you do. So it's really hard to explain the lifestyle and how, because no day is the same, which is wonderful. But if you're a person who likes order and a plan, it's kind of nerve-wracking. And so for us, because we are both so used to every day being different, I think the biggest challenge for us is just to make sure that as crazy as we're both going, that we are going together. So that's the reason I'm here. I mean, whether I'm on the tour or not, or singing on the stage, we got married 14 years ago and said we don't want to be together to be apart. We've done that. It doesn't work. Yeah. So we try to be together everywhere we go, and that's what works for us.
It's kind of like you guys are the modern day Johnny Cash and June Carter. Like just at the top of the top of your game, but also a team at the same time.
Well, I think at the end of the day, for us, it's about family. It's about our relationship. It's about our children, and that's the priority for us. And all this other stuff is wonderful, but you gotta, you will spend your time and your energy on what's the most important thing to you.
And speaking of, we talked about at the beginning, just the unbelievable reaction that Minnesota fans had to you and your husband. Do you know what it is? Because do you guys live in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Nashville?
Yeah.
What is it about Minnesotans that just the connection is there? I mean, you guys are setting records for
I don't know,
seeds sold.
I don't know. I think it's just the land of common sense. It's just everybody's nice. I mean, my longtime fiddle player, Heather Risser, is from White Bear Lake.
Wow.
I feel like I meet somebody from Minnesota everywhere, no matter where I am in the country. And it's just right up the middle, So I don't know what it is, but I'm certainly glad whatever's in the water here for us is here.
And Nashville is one of those cities where it's like you go there and it's unlike anything else, because I've been there a couple times because my in-laws live there, and when you go like you go to a bar and you walk in and there's a famous singer just singing.
Yeah, you never know.
That's just crazy. Do you do that? Do you ever just go to like bars down the strip and just do a show?
We do like to kind of walk in and surprise
Really?
and do stuff like that occasionally. So it's really kind of fun just to kind of show up someplace that they don't know. An example, a friend of ours, his name's John Barry, and he's an artist. He's from Georgia, and he had a couple of really big hits in the 90s, and he's been going through cancer and they're doing a benefit for him downtown at this really small little city winery downtown. And the night, about 9 o'clock that night, we knew it was going on. We said, let's go. Let's get in the car and let's go. And let's just see if they'll let us get on stage and raise some money for John. So we got in the car, and when we got there, we balleted, and everybody's kind of looking around. They're like, that's Garth and Trisha. And we just kind of walked in, and then somebody said, they didn't tell us you're going to be here. And they didn't know. We didn't know. We just showed up, and it was great. So it was cool to be kind of an impromptu part of something good.
I went to the Grand Old Opry one night, and then we went to a bar afterwards, and it was the same singer. It was crazy. It just blew my mind. But
I think it's cool.
Another thing, a little fun fact that I was told before this interview is this is your furniture?
It is, yes.
So you just brought this from your house?
Yeah, this was in the living room this morning. No. No, from the cooking show, all these other opportunities came, and I don't do anything that I don't enjoy, and I don't do anything that I don't have a real hand in, because I'm a Virgo and I am pretty controlling. So I like to make sure everything's exactly the way I want it to be. And this company approached me, and I said, look, I don't know anything I know what I like. I can tell you what I like, and I also just like them as people. They're a small kind of family-run business out of North Carolina, and I was in. So we've been together for about 5 years, and we've created several lines of furniture that are very comfortable. Like I'm a very low key person. I don't entertain at my house. If you come over to my house, you probably should wear sweats, and it's going to be casual. You're not going to have a name card at your table. You're not probably going to even have a plate. You're going to have to get your own plate, you know.
Yeah.
So my life is casual, and so we created furniture that kind of supports that lifestyle.
That's cool. So tell us again, the tailgate tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 3 to
get
6.
These tickets online.
You can get tickets online. Go to TrishaYearwood.com. Also, we're going to have a few available for walk up tomorrow at 3 o'clock because we feel like people will be passing by, and there might be some people that don't know about it. So we're going to hold a few tickets for that too. So come see us.
All right, Trisha, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Twin
so
Cities,
much.
you can get Let's Be Frank. It's out right now. The country album is also coming out. You can follow Trisha on Twitter at Trisha Yearwood. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
See more of this story at thecwtc.com and like, follow, subscribe to, and love the CW Crew.